we can only do like 1 to 2 things at the same time. What does focus even mean? What do you think focus means? They say, oh, stay focused, guys. Stay focused. Stay focused. Getting back on track. You're in your classroom, right? You're trying to, you have not trying to. You have a work, right? You need to read this and write this, these questions. I'm in high school, so this is a good example. Or if you don't work, you need to finish this essay, this report, whatever. Focus means finishing that report. And what is that report? It is the report. It is writing it, maybe researching it. It is one thing. It is doing the report. We can only focus on 1 to 2 things in life, and we can only focus on one thing in the present moment. Because it is our attention shifting, right? Right now I'm focusing on my other monitor. Right now I'm focusing on the camera. Right now I'm looking at the microphone. We can only do one thing at a time. But when we look away, we do something else. We do another task. It is our attention shifting. With our brains and minds, like right now in the present moment, at this second, you can only do one thing at a time, but I'm doing two. No, you're shifting consciousness, right? You're doing 2 different things, You don't do 2 at the same time. You only can focus on 1 at the same time. And I would say you can literally only focus on 1, max 2 things in your life. You wanna build muscle, you wanna get money and all the stuff. Yeah, sure. But what do we do instead of, I'm gonna get the most muscle possible, I'm gonna make as much money as possible? We don't do those at the same time. The most successful guys, and the easiest way to do this is having a season of, for half a year I'm gonna make as much money as possible. Then you do everything, you make millions of content, you make the best course, you make the best stuff. You do only one thing. Hundreds of YouTube videos, hundreds of courses. Best courses, re-record, improve your skills. You do literally for 6-7 hours to record videos, and then for the rest of your time you read, so you learn more, educate yourself more, so you get better at it. Better. Moderation doesn't work because we can only do 1 or 2 things at the same time. But it is true, because if you do, moderation, guys, 1 hour video game or 1 cookie a day, when you do that 1 hour video game, you know what it will be? It will be on your mind 24/7, meaning that, moderation, guys. No, you're just procrastinating doing the work. Because I tell you right now, you have these cravings. Now I want to play video games, and then you play video games, and then you're addicted, and the next day you're trying to work, and then, 1 hour video game is fine, and then it becomes 5 and 6. You think 5 and 6 hours of video games is moderation? That's like 1/3 of your day or half your day. Meaning that it's like you change to another task, but then you can only focus on one thing at the same time. So now you play 1 hour video games. Now you will only focus on video games. But you're like, but I'm not doing video games. But you get the thought of like every 10 minutes of that favorite character, that avatar, right? You are only doing video games right now. You're not playing them, but you're 24/7 thinking about them. If you can't play them right now, if you're in school, if you're at work, you think about your video game characters. Meaning that it's not even moderation. When you 1 hour video game in moderation, 1 cookie a day, no, now you're eating cookies and thinking about cookies all day. Now you're playing video game, and now you're thinking about video games all day. Now you're extreme, but you're extreme with a bad habit instead of a good habit. Moderation does not work. Right. You can't do a little of everything. No, you do a little of video game, then video game is your whole life. You do a little of business, then business is your whole life. This is how it works. It is not because I'm an artist or because of this and that neurodivergent my ass. This is how we humans work. We can only focus on one thing at a time. It is a fundamental truth that people don't really know. Or they know, but they just do not care. I don't know. But we can only do 1 to 2 things at a time. And let me ask you this, do you want to be 3 or 4 out of 10 in everything and 10 out of 10 on what you actually care about. Oh, but I want to be like 3 out of 10, know everything. That's really education and valuable. You want to be 3 out of 10, you want to be below average on everything, or want to be like the best in the world on something you actually care about. This is a big difference, because yeah, oh, I can be 10 out of 10 in speaking, but I would rather be 4 out of 10 in everything else in life. If that skill, you want to be 10 out of 10, let's say your purpose is like, whatever, you're a bodybuilder or a YouTuber, you want to be the absolute best YouTuber in the whole world, or you want to be 3 out of 10 on everything, or you want to be the biggest bodybuilder in the world, or be 3 out of 10 in everything. You know what the right answer is. You want to be 10 out of 10. You think you want to be below average in everything? No, hell no. I want to dominate fuck someone in my field. Destroy them. Destroy them. Moderation doesn't work. I'm pissed while recording this, man. I'm pissed. And if you think to yourself, what part of your brain is telling you that moderation works? Because there is a part of your brain that's telling, oh, 1 hour video is fine. Look, I've worked so hard, so I can eat a fucking bread at the end of the day. No, I can scroll in half an hour. I deserve this. Is that the brain that's, oh yeah, we're gonna work so hard on my business, guys? Is that the brain you're using while you're meditating, or you're journaling? You're out journaling about your life. Oh, what can I remove to get more results in my life? What can I do to feel happy? What can I do? Do you think that, oh yeah, I'm so fucking grateful that I fap 10 times a day? You think you're saying that? No. No way. It's a craving, right? Because you think it's fun, but if you, at the end of the day, you look back, you're like, was this a good day? Was fapping 10 times very good for me? Was it fun? If the answer is no, fapping 10 times a day wasn't the best day. The best day was when I worked 10 hours in my business. Then you know that fapping is not a good thing, that it's only a craving. Right? Life lesson learned. And so 1 hour video games, you will look back, oh my god, that 1 hour video games was the best in my whole life. Or will you look back and like, oh yeah, when I went insane monk mode 3 fucking workouts a day, I was making so much progress, my muscles were getting huge, and I was actually having quite fun. That 1 hour video game, that 1 hour of movie or whatever, if you just remove it, so much better. If you remove your moderation, then that's what you need to get to the next step. Because you're there 1 hour video game, or 1 movie at the end of the day. If you just remove that 1 movie, holy crap, your dopamine will be normalized again. Because that movie, if it's, oh, but I'm only doing 1 movie, only 1 hour video games, that's all I'm doing. That little 1 hour will take away half of your business thoughts. Is it worth it? Well, how do you find out if it's worth it or not then? Think about your day. Was this 1 hour video worth taking away half my business progress? Or was the business progress part what made me happy? Think for yourself. Was that 1 hour video game just my cope monkey brain that told me, oh, I need to relax, when you really don't need it? It was only a craving. Do you allow a craving to half your progress? And that craving only lasts for like 1 hour. Like only 1 hour, but you halved your progress in life by just 1 hour of something. Isn't that insane? 1 hour literally halved your life progress. Oh, but I'm still fine with it. No, you will hate yourself. You will really hate yourself. And you're like, oh, but that's only because you discovered something, because there's no way. There's no other way. You know the truth now. You need to, it's like, you're trying to run away from the truth. You're like, oh, but I was so happy before carnivore because now I feel anxious when I cheat on my diet and stuff. You see, there's no other way out. You're a pussy. And I am a pussy. Well, it's recording this probably. Like, I'm pretty much a pussy, right? I'm not the best guy ever, but I'm telling you the big-ass mistakes that that I at least now longer see as, oh yeah, it's good to moderation, guys. No, it never served you at all. So if you can eliminate that belief as quick as possible, the better. And that's why I'm so angry and so serious right now. This is important, man. This can take away so many years of your life. Like, I was reborn 2 years ago when I started self-improvement. I wasted over 15 years. Imagine now you're 30 years old. You wasted all your 20s, all your 30s. That's even worse. Midlife crisis. Of course you have a midlife crisis because you didn't do any shit you want to do. You ain't following your direction and purpose. You're living off a shell of a man. You ain't even really having fun when you're doing all these dopamine activities. What the fuck, man? You ain't even having fun, bro. You're doing things that doesn't help you grow and you ain't even having fun. What's the fucking point? Why watch entertainment when it ain't even fun? You have gone too far. Watching entertainment and it ain't even fun anymore. Movies are entertainment and it ain't. If the movie ain't even fun anymore, entertainment ain't even fun. That's a good time to stop. You have lived entertainment, pleasure for 15 plus years, 20 years. And did it serve you? No. Oh, but don't be so extreme. Maybe 1 hour is fun because I can still make progress on. And when I haven't watched a movie in a day, it's fun. So 1 hour of movie, that movie will be so fun when I do it. You wanna do the pussy way or the hard way? You choose. There is only two options. Pussy or hard way. It is either you're a pussy or you dominate the competition. There's two options. What one is more sexy? Dominating my competition is more sexy than being the worst, lazy ass shit that I will regret for the end of my life. I'll be there 70 years old in my wheelchair. When I still had legs, I should have done rugby, man. You're like, oh, rugby is dangerous. Boxing, my brain is not gonna work as good as possible. Good when I'm 70 years old. And then you're 70 years old, you're like, when I had my legs, I regret this. The most I regret in my life is that I had this thought of joining a rugby club for like 10 years. I never did it, for I was like afraid of, oh, my head is gonna hurt. Look, I'm gonna lose brain cells because someone punched my head. Oh, man, I regret that a lot. Because I don't even have legs anymore. And now I would never be able to try rugby because I don't have legs anymore. You will be there, regret everything. You won't even be able to run again, and you will be like, oh man, I should have run more. I should have done rugby as a kid. I should have when I had legs still. You will regret it. You will regret this. You will regret this. You will regret this. I tell myself every day it's difficult, but I'm getting there. It's getting there. It's an ongoing process. You got this, kid. Moderation doesn't work, man. Fuck him. Fuck him. Man, I'm pouring my whole soul into this video. Yes, you will never be fulfilled. For, if you don't follow your life direction, you will feel a shell of a man. Every masculinity book says this, and this is truth of men, right? Of the masculine energy. The one that needs work. The feminine is what wants love and intimacy. The masculine is what likes progress. You're either of these two. You're either feminine or you're masculine. So you're either wanting love and intimacy, or you're wanting progress on your goals. There's nothing else. There are those two. You're either feminine or masculine. That's what you are. And if you're masculine, if you're not wanting love and intimacy, if you don't really care about that stuff, which is me, then you're masculine. Maybe you're not ultra masculine, like masculine as you should, but you are masculine. You're either feminine or you're masculine. No matter what anyone else says, oh, but you're a Jeffrey, you're a beta male, or whatever. You're still masculine because do you want love and intimacy? Yeah, sure, then you're feminine. If you want progress on work and hard shit, you want this, you want to be extreme, there's some dark desire, like, oh well, it will be so fun, so pound the shit out of them. You just fuck them, destroy them, kill them when they're in their way. You have these dark desires. You're masking because you want your goal, nothing else. Remove, destroy them all! Destroy them! You're masculine, bro, when you're watching this. Real fulfillment comes from these crazy living at the edge. You have fear. Oh, but what if my parents find this video? Oh, what if I don't make any progress? What if I don't make money? What if you just sit and do exactly the same thing you've done for 15 plus years and look at where you are? Look at the mirror. You're 500 pounds. You're depressed. And that's the actions, because we can. Oh, but I was fated to be depressed. Chronic depression. Weak. We didn't be born to be depressed. Sure, there's somebody that says, oh, life is suffering. Yeah, it might be suffering. Yeah, it is suffering. You need to embrace the suffering. Sure, it is suffering. It is suffering. It is suffering. It is suffering. Because you're suffering either way. You're suffering when you aren't really doing your life purpose. You're suffering because it is hard to work up to your purpose. But you're not suffering when you're in a flow state. Or maybe you are suffering, some weird guy. But either way, you will suffer the same every moment. So why not do the best of every moment? Not the pussy minds of, oh yeah, it doesn't matter at all, right? So why should I even care? Good. Very dumb mindset. See what you are. But if you don't want to be exactly where you are sitting right now, 500 pounds, or I don't know what age you are, midlife crisis, you're watching this because you really feel like shit. I know, this is very mad, but do something like this. Because this you haven't done before. And this is the reason why you are where you are right now. If you are in the perfect place right now, then maybe you can tell me, oh, this advice is pretty good or whatever. Or if you're in the perfect place and you're like, nah, I don't really need this and I don't want this, then sure, you're in the perfect place, then whatever. But if you're not, chances are 99.99999% of people are not exactly where they want to be, then this video is for them. Right. So, moderation doesn't work because it's not moderation, it's changing tasks. You're moderating one-off video game, but then video game become everything. So now it's not moderation anymore. Now you just quit doing the work. It's your monkey brain. And then moderate something. If it's something you can only do for half an hour, you're like, oh, 1 hour is fine. If you can't do it for a lot of hours, then remove it. But you're like, oh, but you can't really eat for a lot of hours. You won't really do it anyways. But you know, everything that you need to moderate, then that's bad. Moderate video game, moderate movies, moderate this. You can't do this too much. You can't play these video games too much. You can't do this too much. You can't do this too much. If you can't go fucking insane at it, if you can't literally study for 10 hours, if you can't do workouts for 10 hours, if you can't do that for 10 hours, then. But if you can record videos physically for 10 hours, if you can work out for physically 10 hours, you see what I mean, right? So if you need to moderate something, it is better to just remove the damn thing, alright? And you will never feel real fulfillment, because you will regret it. You will feel like a shell of a man right now. You will be there. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, but this is too hard, and then you'll be like, okay, I will do it. Oh, I will do it tomorrow, and then you don't do it tomorrow. Then you're procrastinating. And even if you do it right now, you're like, this was hard. If you do it right now, let's say, oh, but it was hard, and then you go on YouTube, and then you watch more videos, or then you're like, oh, you got dopamine from the videos. Oh, now you go to 9anime, and you go watch anime, and then you watch anime, you're like having a proper fun for like an hour, and then you watch a bunch of openings, and then you're like, oh, and then it hits you, that dopamine all-time low hits, right? That dopamine trough. You're like feeling really like shit right now. You're feeling, oh my god, you're feeling not like killing yourself, maybe sometimes if it's really, really horrible. But you feel really down, you feel like shit. Then you're at the same place where you are before. Like, how do I make success? Why is it so hard? How do I actually quit this habit? Because you're never, oh, I'm so glad I quit it, I cheated on my diet. I'm so fucking glad. That never happens. Yeah, if you cheat on a vegan diet and eat meat, then that's good. But every other case, you're like carnivore and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat some vegetables again. No. Hope this got through your mind. This is important and crucial and probably one of the most important lessons you can ever learn. Try this out. If you're not where you want to be, try this out. That's all I'm saying. Rewatch the video if you didn't understand, or you couldn't even focus for 20 minutes because your attention span is probably shit. Rewatch it if that's the case. And if you have an actionable thing you need to do, you're like, oh shit, I need to do this right now. Every second is a wasted moment. Why am I not doing my work? Why am I taking a break on YouTube while I have 2 more videos to do today before I'm done? Yeah, take action the second you get that thought. But if it's nothing, it's like you don't understand anything, it's blank, nothing in your mind, your brain fog, whatever. Rewatch it. This will probably change your life.